The Grayson County Lady Cougars hit the hardwood for the first time in almost a week, looking to get back into the win column, taking on one of the region's top teams. Owensboro enters in on one of their best starts in a couple of years. It's the 6-1 Lady Devils against the 2-5 Lady Cougars. And a good evening and welcome to Owensboro High School and for tonight's coverage of Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Sam Gormley with you for the call. Christmas week, we appreciate you taking the time to tune in as this is the Locker Room Show. Coming up on the Locker Room Show, we're going to introduce you to both the Lady Cougars and the Lady Devils. We'll talk to the assistant coach of the Lady Cougars, Brian Jones, give you the starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
Remember.
Honor. Teach.
Your $15 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on the 6-1 Lady Devils of Owensboro, who are also 2-0 in the 10th district. They're led by Alerica Hughes. She's averaging just under 16 points a game, 6.7 rebounds. She is one of the more talented players, not only just in her district, but in the region and in this area of the state of Kentucky. And for whatever reason, she didn't necessarily get some of the, I guess we could put it this way, she didn't get some of the respect she deserves. You can put some respect on her name because she is a phenomenal basketball player. The other players you'll need to know include Carly Page, the senior guard. She's averaging just over 10 points a game. And the freshman, another talented guard for this Owensboro team, Unique Carter Swanigan. She's averaging just under 11 points a contest. Again, Owensboro with a record of 6-1, looking to beat the Lady Cougars 3 straight times, the first time since just about the turn of the century. Grayson County Lady Cougars going to be without someone tonight. We'll take a break and tell you who that will be after this, as this is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are about to take on the Lady Devils of Owensboro. Players you need to know for Grayson County, Sydney Perkins leads the way. She's averaging just under 12 points a game. Arissa Riggs has been playing very well for this Grayson County team as well. She's averaging 8.3 points and just under 4 rebounds a game. And I hope this doesn't come back. I know I'm sure somebody's going to have the comment at the ready here for the good old announcer's jinx. But her free throw percentage is what maybe has been the best part of her game so far this year. She's shooting just under 94%, especially when you look at it that last year she shot it at about 54%. So a huge improvement from Arissa Riggs from that free throw line. And that's really important for the future of this team, especially with her being the senior or somebody that they can turn to in addition to some of the other players that really shoot the free throw well, including Sutton Van Meter, Sydney Perkins, and even Isabel Blankton shoots them well, Peyton Bowman off the bench. It's something that this Grayson County Lady Cougar team can use to their advantage. I did mention going into break that the Lady Cougars are without someone tonight. And if you heard the open, you heard me say, wait a second, did he say he's going to talk to Brian Jones? That might have just been a mistake. No, that was on purpose. Head coach Todd Johnston's under the weather tonight. Coach, if you're watching, we're cheering for you. We hope you get well soon. Hopefully the Lady Cougars, I'm sure that a win would help you make you feel a little bit better as well. He's under the weather, so we're sending him all the good vibes as well and cheering you on in recovering. But it's going to be the Jones tandem that's going to be coaching. Brian Jones and Elena Jones are going to be doing the coaching duties. I know I was talking with Brian Jones a few minutes ago, and he says he'll probably be the one standing up because he's louder. And my response to him was, has he ever thought about being a football coach? I don't know. Maybe that's another job he should look into. Speaking of Brian Jones, we'll talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this, as this is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education. If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Oh boy.
What?
We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined by the assistant coach of the Grayson County Lady Cougars, assistant coach Brian Jones. Still, it's weird. It's weird to hear that filling in for Coach Todd Johnston tonight. And Coach, we haven't seen your team in about 10 days. It's been since the Edmondson County game. You had the game against Hart. What have been some of the focal points in practice since we last talked?
Coaches continue to work against the press and, trying to work on our press break and having the girls handle that. We've, played with more than 5 on the defensive side several times just to, get the girls more comfortable with people flying around. And then, you remove those people off the field and they see how wide open some looks are. If you got some patience and some poise about you and take your time and really see the correct pass and make good decisions, we move the ball fairly well up the floor. And then just continue to work on our stuff as far as working on us is really what we've tried to focus on for several days before we started working on Owensboro.
I know we talked a couple of weeks ago about the future of this program and how bright it is, and you it's easy for you to say that because you know it, but you got some proof of that last week with your 7th graders winning the GRVC tournament. I know for you it had to mean something a little bit more special with your daughter being a member of that team. As a dad, first off, what's that like seeing your daughter celebrate a championship? And then also as a coach, how excited does that make you about the future of the program?
Well, I'm extremely excited. Elena and myself have worked with a lot of those 7th grade girls for a number of years now, and trying to prepare them for championships. We said many years ago when we started and they were in the 3rd and the 4th grade that our goal is not to win summer basketball tournaments. It's for them to have an opportunity to play in RUP. And Elena and I got home that night and talked about how cool it would be as we were watching some of the video, the celebration stuff, to in 2, 3, 4, 5 years time to have another video, but it's at a regional championship situation and them getting the opportunity to play in the Sweet 16. That's kind of what our plan was from day one, is to give these girls an opportunity to develop and to see them play so well that night against a pretty good Hancock County team was awesome. As a dad, it was amazing, but knowing those girls the way that we do and working with them for as long as we have, to see Peyton Bowman and Hannah Smith and some of those girls have really big nights, it was pretty awesome.
Owensboro this year might be the most improved team in the region. They showed some signs of it definitely last year, but Hughes, I know, is a very talented guard. What do you know about this year's team?
Oh man, they're a much more complete team than they were in the past. They always had her as a great defender and somebody that can put it on the ground and get to the rim anytime she wants. But they got some shooters to kind of go with her this year. Their defense is suffocating, and they've been shooting it really, really well. So, they're arguably maybe one of top 2 or 3 best teams in the region this year, and they've shown it in their early games, really beating up on some people and losing a close one to Evansville Rights. So very, very tough team. We're going to have to play again with some poise and some patience and make the right read, because they're going to run and jump and try to trap you on any end of the court. They'll do it at any time, and we're going to have to handle that pressure. And even when it's just straight man-to-man, they are up in you and very physical, very aggressive, and we're going to have to stay calm and handle that so that we don't turn it over a bunch. I told the girls before we got on the bus, the basketball is not a hot potato, and we're going to have to handle somebody being all up in our face in order for us to have some success tonight. But I think if we can handle that, I think some of our man offense motions and things could really work to getting some really good looks. But first and foremost, we've got to handle the pressure.
Coach, good luck. Well, more here coming up in the locker room show after this.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, right? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are about to take on the Lady Devils of Owensboro. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Lady Devils of Owensboro. Senior guard number 1, Chandler Worth. She's averaging 5.1 points a game. Carly Page is the senior as well, 10.1 points. Lyrica Hughes is the junior guard. She's the leading scorer at just under 16 points a game. Kasia Palmer averages 1.4 points. She's senior forward. And senior number 32, Lindsey Gibson, averages 5 points a game. Once more, that lineup is Worth, Page, Hughes, Palmer, Gibson. The assistant coaches are Tristan Higgs, Christopher Johnson, Tasia Smith, and Kaylin Thompson. And the head coach in his 6th season is Jansen Locker. Now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars, the record of 2-5. Senior guard number 5, Arissa Riggs. She's averaging 8.3 points a game. Cindy Perkins is a junior guard, just under 12 points a contest, shooting nearly 38% from 3. Sutton Van Meter, the sophomore guard. She's averaging 3.1 points a game. Kennedy Green leads the team in rebounds at 5.4. And Briley Renfro, 1.6 points a game. Once more, that starting lineup is Riggs, Perkins, Van Meter, Green, and Renfro. And your coaches tonight are Brian and Elena Jones. The play-by-play is next on K105.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground together.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures.
We want to ensure that all of our kids have healthy meals every day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping feed our kids.
To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Grayson County and Owensboro in girls basketball action. The Lady Cougars, as of right now, have 4 games scheduled this week. Mother Nature might have something else to say about that. As the Lady Cougars this week at Owensboro, and then they're headed down to downtown Brownstown for the Caveland Classic as they'll face Metcalfe County, Paris, and Greene County later on in the week. And guess what? If Mother Nature allows us, we're going to be there for all 4 games. But before we get to those last 3, we got to get to this one, Grayson County and Owensboro. And all of the play-by-play comes up next, right after this. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Grayson County and Owensboro about ready to get underway. Your starting lineups one more time for the 6-1 Lady Devils of Owensboro. Worth, Page, Hughes, Palmer, and Gibson. And for the Lady Cougars, Riggs, Perkins, Van Meter, Green, and Renfro. As a reminder, as we mentioned in the open, Lady Cougars without head coach Todd Johnston tonight. He is under the weather. Hopefully he's feeling well enough to be locked in and watching at home. And coach, if you are, we're sending you good vibes. Hopefully we see you on Wednesday. It's one thing to talk to Brian Jones, but in a lot of ways I've seen enough of him over these past couple of months between football season, and I'm sure he'd say the same thing about me. I'm sure that's why he likes basketball season, because he doesn't have to talk to me. It's about time for basketball in Owensboro. Good officiating crew today. And the opening tip will be Allyrica Hughes to jump against Kennedy Greenwald. First it was going to be Allyrica Hughes, but she has to go and hand something to Jansen Locker, the head coach. You got freshman against junior. The opening tip is up, and it is controlled by the Lady Cougars of Grayson County. It will be working from right to left on your radio dial, wearing the navy blue jerseys and the orange numerals. Grayson County lost their last time out, which was last Tuesday, and a loss to Hart County. Bounce pass in the lane to Perkins is taken away by Hughes. She's one of the top defenders in the region, and she quickly goes coast-to-coast layup right side, no good. Green picks up the loose ball for Grayson County, and here comes the second possession for the Lady Cougars. It'll be Van Meter to break the timeline at the logo. She passes off to the right side to Riggs. Riggs drives down. Euro step to the left. Shot's no good. Another ball goes into the hands of Hughes. Hughes, an outlet pass over to the far side of the floor. Pass interior. Reverse layup is too hard and no good on the interior by Chandler Worth. Riggs gets the loose ball for Grayson County. Back and forth these two teams go. 45 seconds in. No score between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Devils. Out front, ball's almost lost, and it goes out of bounds off of the Lady Devils, and Perkins smartly just let that one go. Be Perkins to trigger in. Opposite of the benches, Grayson County, we mentioned they lost last time against Hart County 56-30. They've lost two straight, which they did to start the season and then came away with a big win. Owensboro, though, is a tough test. Down the right lane, Van Meter bounce pass over to the far side to Riggs. Riggs does a ball fake inside, off to the right wing to Renfro. Renfro drives down the right side, picks up our dribble from 10 feet away. Handoff pass to Riggs. Riggs drives down the far baseline, now backs it off into the corner, gets a screen from Renfro, and Grayson's not running much offense to start. They don't have much work. And Riggs throws the ball into Renfro, who's double-teamed. Renfro drives down the right side, and a double dribble is going to be called in possession. We'll head towards the Lady Devils. 6:27 left here in the opening quarter from Owensboro High School. It is no score between these two teams. The Lady Devils are one of the most improved teams in the region. Third in the most recent edition that was released earlier today of the third region media poll, as Hughes throws that ball into the Lady Cougar bench. I think that might have smacked off Ella Narvaez on the bench. She went in the game and almost had the pass thrown right to her. Lady Cougars did receive votes in the most recent third region poll. They were picked 12th, and that receiving a couple of votes that was released earlier today. We have 10 voters in today's poll. Riggs has her ball taken away at the top of the key. Down the right side, Hughes gets the layup and puts it in for the first points of this game. That's how Allyrica Hughes gets a lot of her points. She is a pesky defender and scores off of turnovers in transition like that a lot. Riggs over on the far side of the floor. She's double-teamed, needs to find help, and timeout taken by Brian Jones. 2-0, 5:44 to go in the first quarter. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Oh boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social
The early timeout by Grayson County. 2-0, Owensboro on top. Riggs was trapped in the backcourt, and Brian Jones was right there and just immediately called the timeout. Just to, if anything, just like, let's reset. So give it into Van Meter for the Lady Cougars. She breaks the timeline at the logo for Grayson County. Lady Cougars have not taken a shot early on in this game. Renfro drives down far baseline and steps out of bounds. Possession heads towards the Lady Devils. Owensboro allows under 40 points a game. Grayson County averaging over 42, which is not a great number, but when you think that last year they were at about 34 points, and looking at their stats from year to year, it is every single category except rebounding has gone up drastically, especially offensively. Lady Cougars now going with a zone defense. It's one of the first times that they've actually been able to set up the zone, as Owensboro has been working in transition every other possession of the game. Off to the left wing, catch and shoot three is no good by Carly Page. Rebounded on the inside, and a foul is whistled on, I believe on Hughes. For Owensboro it is. That's her first, team's first. That's a huge foul early on in this game. Isabel Blanton will enter the first time for Grayson County. Blanton, the sixth man for this Lady Cougar team, 5.3 points and 2 rebounds a game. 2-0, Owensboro on top of Grayson County. 5:08 left here in the first quarter. Van Meter gets a screen from Blanton. She's got to break the timeline and does so at the logo. She's quickly double-teamed, swings it off to the right side to Blanton. Blanton drives down the right lane, bodies up, kicks it off to Green on the right wing. Green trying to find some help now. Good defense by Owensboro. Lady Cougars just not able to get any semblance of space as Van Meter is going to be bumped as she tried to split the double team, driving downhill on the right side. Foul's going to be whistled on Chandler Worth, her first, team's second. 2-0, 4:46 left in the first quarter of play. Sub into the game for Owensboro. Teviana Greer, number 24. She's averaging 2 points a game, the junior. Riggs on the right wing. She drives down the free throw line. Bounce pass off to Green. Green fires it in the corner to Blanton. Does a ball fake. Blanton splits defenders. Flips it up left side. Can't get it to roll in. Hughes gets the rebound, and she immediately looks to push. Down the right side. Lowers her shoulder and gets right to the hole down the right side. Lyrica Hughes has been rated as one of the top players in the region, and she showed it off right there. A really athletic play. Up the far side of the floor goes Van Meter. She's quickly double-teamed. Bounce pass taken away. Fast break opportunity. Down the right side. Layup good. Carly Page lays it in, and Owensboro's on top 6-0 about halfway through the first quarter. Van Meter up the near side of the floor. Loses it. Almost falls out of bounds off of Owen. It does. In fact, I was going to say, I was a little bit worried that the ball wasn't going to be called off on, and I guess the official's whistle was just a little bit too quiet for me to hear up. We're up in the rafters here at Owensboro High School. 6-0, 4 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Van Meter looks to break the timeline. Good defense by Greer. Greer is not very tall. There's a cross off to the right side. We're going to have a foul called on, offensive foul. The offensive foul called on Sutton Van Meter. Her first and the team's first. As Greer on the roster is listed at 4'5". She's not tall, but because of that, she's low to the ground, and she's a pesky defender. You can tell early on. Lady Cougars got to find a way to break her height. Setting up the zone defense. 6-0 is the Owensboro lead. Greer's got it. Pass out front to Page. Page at the free throw line, kicks it into the near corner. Gibson shoots the three. That's what she does the most. Rebound is off the mark and rebounded by Greer over to the far side. Another three is in and out. This time Perkins gets a loose ball and immediately taps it off to Van Meter. Lady Cougars looking to pressure and push. The ball is out of bounds off of Blanton. It went through her arms. The pass was a little bit behind her. And Blanton couldn't quite do the Jamar Chase back shoulder from Burrow and grab that. And it goes out of bounds. Got to do a football reference since Brian Jones is standing up on the bench right now today. In the near corner, Harris for Owensboro. She's also into the game. She's averaging just over 2 points a game. Far side three by Gibson. No good again. Rebound on the floor picked up by Owensboro. They average just under 35 rebounds a game. Bounce pass inside, floater good. Basket in by Gibson. Gibson, 34 of her 39 shots entering today have come from the three-point line. She had only made one shot from inside the arc before that one. Riggs is double-teamed right in front of the Owensboro bench. She finds help, splitting it with a pass to Van Meter. Bounce pass down to Perkins, layup, no good. Rebound on the inside by the Lady Devils. They immediately look to push up the floor. It's 8-0 Owensboro in transition. Over to the far side, Page drives far baseline. Reverse layup is no good, but a foul is going to be whistled on Riggs. And free throws will come. It'll be Carly Page to the line. She's a 50% free throw shooter. First one is good for Page. There's one thing that Owensboro as a team struggles at. It is free throws. They're only averaging 53% from the free throw line this season. And as you know, that can sometimes prove to be the difference in a game. Jones spins the ball in her hand, or Page rather, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Narvaez, who's into the game for Grayson County. She immediately taps it off to Perkins. Perkins crosses it to the far side to Riggs, who bobbles the pass, gains it back, and now loses it one more time. Loose ball picked up by Greer. Bounce pass down inside. Layup, good. In transition, the basket in by Keely Harris. Owensboro on top 11-0 against Grayson County. Blankton is going to be fouled. Whistled on Carly Page. For Page, that is her first. Team is third. Lady Cougars have only taken 2 shots from the field. Blankton passes into Van Meter. Van Meter into the near side to Riggs. Riggs picks up her dribble into the middle to Blankton. Blankton's got to break the timeline. Tries to do a pass, but it's taken away by Greer, who immediately gives it off to Page. Right side layup, in and out. No good. Rebound put back by Owensboro is no good by Mormon. Riggs gets the rebound this time for Grayson, and here come the Lady Cougars looking to push. Riggs drives in, and I think we're going to have a foul called on the interior on Trinity Hogg. It is called on Hogg. Her first, team's fourth. And are we going to have free throws, or is it on the floor? Free throws will come for Arissa Riggs. Is it, or is it on the floor? No, they are going to call it on the floor. Bree Jones comes in. Isabel Blanton comes out for Grayson. Lyrica Hughes will also re-enter for the Lady Devils. 1:45 left here in the opening quarter. It'll be Grayson County to trigger from underneath the basket. They get it into the far side to Perkins. Swings it off out front now to Narvaez at the top of the key. Off to the right side to Van Meter. Van Meter gets a screen. Bounce pass back to Jones. Jones on the left wing with a right hand. Backs it off, guarded by Mormon. She's double teamed. Tries to find Perkins, but it's taken away by Greer. And a foul is going to be called on Perkins up the near side of the floor. For Perkins, only her first, team's third. Owensboro to pass in, about 90 seconds left in the first quarter. It's 11-0. Owensboro on top of Grayson. Bounce pass to Greer. Greer over into the far corner. Crosses it out front to Hughes. Hughes at the free throw line. Jump pass to Greer. Greer immediately taps it off. Far side three. Off to the right side of the rim by Harris. Rebounded by Mormon. Puts it up and in on the right side. 13-0. Owensboro on top. 1:08 to play in the first quarter. Jones into Van Meter. Van Meter over to the far side to Riggs. Riggs guarded by Greer. Greer's a really pesky defender. Now the pass taken away by Hughes down the left side. Shot's good, and she is fouled. Hughes will go to the free throw line to try and convert on an and one. Riggs, that is her second foul, team's fourth. Isabel Blanton and Briley Renfro re-enter for the Lady Cougars. Perkins and Riggs will take a seat. Hughes to try and convert on the N1. She's averaging 6.7 free throws a game. Shoots about 64%, and that one is good. Owensboro on top, 16-0. 55.4 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Jones up the far side of the floor. Bumped by Greer, no whistle. Jones, bounce pass out front to Van Meter. Inside to Renfro, who took an extra step at the top of the key. 43.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Owensboro on top of Grayson County. See if Owensboro will hold for the final shot as Lyrica Hughes looks over at the sixth-year head coach Jansen Locker. 55-88 in that sixth season. He graduated here from Owensboro in 2007. Layup on the right side was no good by Alicia Phillips. Grayson County gets the rebound. Jump pass off to the left wing in transition to Renfro with 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Off to Blanton on the right side. Blanton out front to Van Meter. Van Meter with the right hand with 13 seconds. Off to the right side to Renfro. Renfro gets a screen, spins around at the right side, back now to Van Meter with 8 seconds. Van Meter gets it over to the far corner to Blanton with 5 seconds. Blanton drives down the far baseline, goes up, shot good. Rather, that's Narvaez who gets the basket. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. Your score, Owensboro 16, Grayson County 2, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Lady Cougars trail 16-2 as we start quarter number 2 from play. Ella Narvaez got the last second bucket there for the first points of the half for Grayson. To start this half, Lady Cougars will have Jones, Blanton, Green, Van Meter, and Renfro on the floor. It's been turnovers for the Lady Cougars and allowing Owensboro to get off in transition because really for the most part, Lady Cougars half-court defense has not been bad. Most of the points have been in transition for the Lady Devils. Hughes has it at the left wing, picks up her dribble, gives it to Greer. Greer bounce pass inside to Phillips. Layup good for Phillips. Lady Cougars just have not found the way to break this press. As Jones, looks like Owensboro is now going to back it off a little bit into more of a half-court defense. Jones gets a screen, bumped over to the far corner. The pass goes to Blanton. Blanton is double-teamed in that far corner and throws it off of an Owensboro player, and it's going to stay Grayson County basketball. They're going to have to trigger in, though, from that far corner. 7 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the first half of play. It'll be Van Meter to trigger in. Lady Cougars trying to run the inbounds play. They give it off to the right wing to Jones. She has her pocket picked, but a foul is whistled on the play. It's called on Keely Harris, her first, team's 5th. So we're going to pretty much do the same thing again from the same spot. Van Meter to trigger. Gets it into Jones again on the right side. Jones on the right wing looking for help. Finds it with a bounce pass to Van Meter. Van Meter with the left hand. Off to the right side now. Bounce pass to Green on the right side. Green keeps her head up. She's looking for help and finds it with the 7th grader Jones on the right side. Jones guarded by Greer out front to Blanton. Ball fake. Blanton spins at the right elbow. Back to Jones. Jones down the free throw line. Falls down. Loose ball is going to be picked up by Owensboro. Here comes Hughes weaving through the lane. Thought about pulling up. Now backs it off. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass inside to Phillips. Phillips back into the near corner now to Harris. Harris crosses it to Greer. Greer inside to Hughes. Bobbles and gains it back. Guarded by Green. Hughes spins through, splits defenders. Shot's no good. Gets her own rebound. Bounce pass. Shot from 18 feet in the near side. It's no good by Harris. Rebound inside by Mormon, and the putback is no good, but she's fouled, and free throws will come. Foul is called on Kennedy Green. Her first, team's 5th. 2 free throws will come for Mormon. She's 1 of 4 from the free throw line this season. Not a lot of opportunities for the senior guard rather. First free throw is good. It rattles in. Some subs into the game for Grayson. Perkins and Riggs re-enter. Something to keep in mind is that Riggs does have 2 fouls. Second shot is No good short. Rebounded on the floor by Riggs for Grayson. She immediately spins around and gets it off into transition to Van Meter. Bounce pass taken away. Fast break opportunity for Page. Down the right side, layup, no good, too hard. Rebounded in the inside by Worth, and she is fouled. Foul called on Riggs, and that's 3 on Arissa Riggs. That's a tough foul. Brian Jones and Elena Jones decided to put Arissa Riggs back in the game for offensive reasons and ball handling in a lot of different ways, and she ends up picking up her 3rd foul. Free throws coming for Chandler Worth. It is good, the first one. Worth, 53% from the charity stripe. Worth, a very talented athlete, also the goalkeeper for the soccer team. Had 3 shutouts there. And also, how about the keeper also scoring 6 goals? So I guess they put her in at striker sometimes. Second free throw by Worth is in and out. Long rebound chased down by Green in the far corner. 20-2, Owensboro leads Grayson. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first half of play. Renfro bounce pass inside to Perkins. Perkins runs the baseline into the near corner. Van Meter, 3, no good. Rebounded on the inside by Page for Owensboro. Page, an outlet pass to Hughes on the right side. Hughes drives down, crosses it to the far side. Owensboro now slowing it down. Thought about the 3 into the corner. Hughes, bounce pass inside, taken away by Renfro. Not the greatest pass in the world from Hughes, and Renfro just reached out and grabbed it. Renfro on the far side of the floor, angles back here towards the middle, spins around as she crosses the line, and that's going to be a foul called on Hughes. That'll be her 2nd, team 6th. Both teams have 2 team fouls, so free throws will come for the remainder of the half at the next free throw. Hughes will take a seat. Keely Harris will re-enter for the Lady Devils. Van Meter off to the left wing to Green. Green bounce pass out in between the circles to Van Meter. Van Meter down the right side, lowers her shoulder, flips it up, right side, no good. Just a little bit too much on it. For Sutton Van Meter, I mean, it was everything you wanted on the move for the sophomore. 3 near side is short by Gibson. Rebounded on the inside, put back good by Keisha Palmer for her first basket of the game. Renfro looking to split defenders at the top of the key, and Renfro hits the deck along with Page, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's going to keep possession with the Lady Cougars. 5:03 left here in the first half. It is 22-2. Ella Narvaez in. Kennedy Green comes out. Get into Van Meter. Looking to break the timeline, gets a nice screen from Blanton. Van Meter, a handoff pass to Perkins, and a late reach-in foul is going to be called, and I think that was a good call by the official. We'll see who they'll end up calling this on for Owensboro, but free throws will come. They'll call it on Chandler Worth, her 2nd, team 7th. Cindy Perkins will go to the free throw line now to shoot 1 of the bonus. Back into the game for Owensboro will be Trinity Hogg in place of Worth, who checks out with those 2 fouls. Perkins to the line to shoot free throws this season, just under 79% for the junior. Free throw is good for Sydney Perkins. One of the team's better free throw shooters. If you ask her, she should probably even be higher than the 78%. Second free throw good, she makes them both. It's 22-4, Owensboro on top of Grayson. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Left wing Page crosses it off to the right side. Page, 3 right side off the back of the iron. Rebounded on the floor by Renfro. It doesn't matter as it hits the ribbon above the rim. And it's going to be Grayson County basketball no matter what. Renfro's got to get it in. Gets it into Van Meter, who almost had it taken away. Van Meter back to Renfro. Renfro trying to break the timeline. She moves around and will break it across the far side. Passes back to the middle to Van Meter, but it's taken away by Page. Page down the right side goes up, fouled by Renfro, and free throws will come. For Briley Renfro, that is her 1st, team 7th. And Carly Page back to the line this season, 50% from the free throw line, and in the first half, or in the first quarter rather. She went 1 of 2. She's right on cue. And that one is good. She gets the shooter's roll as that one hit off of the back of the iron. Looked like it was going to be kind of a duck off the rim. Bounced towards the front part and then rolled in. Let's see if it continues the trend. She misses the second. It is no good. And see, that was one of the more wild 2 free throws attempted. The first one probably no business of going in. The second one went all the way in but didn't. Layup down inside. Fast break. Sutton Van Meter takes it right to the hole and lays it in. 23-6. And now I think we have a foul called underneath as I was looking down at the notes. It is called on Sydney Perkins. That is her second, team's 8th. And now that should be one in the bonus for Carly Page. That last free throw that she took, I mean, the first one didn't look good. The second one looked really good. And it was flipped as far as which one she makes and which one she didn't. First one's good. Second free throw coming for the senior guard, 5'5". She makes them both. Owensboro on top of Grayson. 25-6, 4:10 left here in the first half of play. They meet her over to the far side of the floor. Dribbling it with the right hand. She's double teamed, throws it off to Perkins. Perkins into the middle to Renfro. Renfro speeds it up down the right lane, goes up, kicks it into the near corner. Blanton, 3 up, off the back of the iron. No good, rebounded by Hogg for the Lady Devils. 3:50 left in the first half of play. That was great ball movement for Grayson. Just didn't fall. It was good luck by Blanton. Down the left side, losing the ball and taken away by Renfro. Renfro up the far side of the floor. Lady Cougars have numbers, but she slows down and waits. Crosses it over to the far corner to Van Meter. Back to Renfro on the right wing. Renfro picked up and defended by Owensboro. Inside the lane, pass almost taken away. Blankton gets it back to Renfro, swings it off to Narvaez into the corner. Perkins, 3, off the back of the iron. Long rebound tapped off by Page, who immediately looks to push 1-on-3. Page spins down the left lane, loses her dribble, flips it out to the far side. Catch and shoot 3 by Gibson is good. How Page got that pass off, I'm not sure I'll ever know. That was a Houdini move on the inside. Van Meter, the sophomore guard, breaks the timeline across the high side of the floor. Bounce pass down to Narvaez, who bobbles it on the left wing. Out front to Renfro. Renfro off to the right side, Van Meter, 3, deep on the right side, just a little bit short. And on the inside, it is rebounded by Owensboro. A length of the floor pass into the near corner to Gibson. 3 up, and it is no good, short. Rebound on the floor off the hands of Renfro. Picked up by Owensboro. Shot no good. On the inside, Owensboro's got it. 3 straight away is good. Page knocks it in. Timeout on the floor. It is 31-6 Owensboro. 2:28 to play here in the first half of plays. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
31-6 is the score. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to play in the first half of action. So I want to invite you to join us all week. We're going to be very busy with action for Grayson County basketball. Tomorrow we're going to be with the Cougar boys as they face Warren East at 1:30 p.m. We'll have the coverage of that game. The Lady Cougars then Wednesday, Thursday, hopefully Friday. If you ask me, we don't want any snow. They will be playing in the Caveland Classic. The Lady Cougars will be playing Metcalfe County at 11 on Wednesday, Paris on Thursday at 11 a.m., and then Greene County hopefully on Friday at 2 p.m. The Cougar boys on Wednesday and Thursday will continue the Ohio County Holiday Tournament. On Wednesday, they'll face Caverna at 6 p.m., and then on Thursday at 1:30, they will face Chattanooga School for the Arts and Science. But right now, it's Grayson County Owensboro. They trail 31-6 to the Lady Cougars. We're back to action. 2 minutes and 26 seconds to play. Into the middle, Bree Jones breaks the timeline. Down the right side at the right elbow, picks up her dribble, spins it around, looking for help. She's got to find it for somebody as she spins around one more time. Finally gives it with a bounce pass to Van Meter. Van Meter in between the circles. Off to the right wing to Narvaez. 2:08 left in the first half of play. And a walk is going to be called on the right wing on Narvaez. Mormon will re-enter for Owensboro. Lindsey Gibson will take a seat. 2:05 left here in the first half. Lady Devils on top. Right side Harris, guarded by Blanton. Bounce pass out front, almost taken away by Blanton. Loose ball, bounces out to the half-court line, and finally Page comes down with a loose one. Page has it deep on the left wing. Backed up by Jones. Off to the right side, Mormon, free throw line. Back out to Page. 3 left side, good. Owensboro averages 6 threes a game. That's their third 3 of the quarter. They lead 34-6 against Grayson County. Jones up the far side of the floor. She's trapped in front of the bench. Throws it back. Van Meter's got to get it. They got to break the timeline. Torrance does with a pass off to the left wing to Blanton. Blanton left side inside to Torrance. Torrance shot blocked out of bounds by Hogg on the interior. Lucy Torrance, when she's in the game, she's averaging 2.2 rebounds a game. She's done a really good job at just swallowing up rebounds on the interior. Like a vacuum on the inside. They meet her to trigger in. She's got to get it in. And finally throws it out front. Narvaez grabs it and she's fouled. Hogg got her with the body. Be her second. And that'll be team's 8th. 1-1 will come for Ella Narvaez. 3 of 5 from the free throw line this season. Torrance checks out. Back in for her was Blanton. Narvaez to shoot 1 and hopefully the bonus. With 1:16 left in the quarter, it is up and it is in and out. Rebounded on the inside by Owensboro. The rim has not been friendly to the orange and blue today. Deep right wing 3 by Mormon. Nothing but nets put in by Owensboro. Lead 37-6. Van Meter, an outlet pass off to the right side to Jones. Jones with the right hand gets a screen from Narvaez. Doesn't take it. She's double teamed, looking for help, and throws it away off of off of Grayson. So it must have bounced off of Jones in front of the bench. We couldn't see from our vantage point. Brian Jones, head coach for Grayson, he had a look right down the line. He didn't disagree. Usually makes me think that it probably was the right call. 37-6, 47 seconds left in the first half. Mormon in between the circles. Off to the left wing to Page. Page out front, swings it off to the right side to Greer, who's back in the game. Out front, Mormon. Mormon, deep 3 from the volleyball line. It's off to the right side, no good. Green gets the rebound, though, in the corner. Off to Mormon on the right side. Bounce pass on the interior. We're going to have a jump ball, and possession's going to head to the orange and blue of Grayson. 37-6, Owensboro leads Grayson County. 30.8 seconds left here in the first half of play. Peyton Bowman will enter for Grayson. Bowman on the season, averaging 2.6 points and 2 rebounds a game. Bowman, one of the leading players on the GRVC 7th grade champions that the Lady Cougars won last week. Congratulations to them. Future very bright for this program. According to Bree Jones was also on that team. Hannah Smith, who's playing up as well. And we're going to have a foul called. I believe it's going to be a blocking foul in the backcourt called against Owensboro. It's called on Greer, her first, team's 9th. Renfro to the line. She will shoot 1 and the bonus. 22.4 on the clock here in the first half of play. The free throw is up, and it is good for Briley Renfro. Renfro was 1 of 7 entering that free throw on the season. Second free throw for Renfro, off the back of the iron, no good. Mormon picked up the loose ball for Owensboro. 17 seconds left here in the first half of play. Owensboro on top by 30 points. Greer on the left wing. Off to the right side, Mormon. Interior pass off of Renfro. She saved it at first. No! Foot was on the baseline. Almost saved that one from going out. If Renfro, if she would have worn a size of shoe that was one size smaller, I think she'd have been able to get in. They pass it into Mormon on the far side with 3 seconds. Deep three, right side, near the buzzer. It is no good. Bounces over the top of the backboard, and that is the end of the first half of play. It is Owensboro on top of Grayson County, 37-7. As this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where it is the Lady Devils on top of the Lady Cougars, 37-7 at the half. Lady Cougars without their head coach tonight, Todd Johnston, who's under the weather. It's just not been the greatest first half of play. Oh, but then again, you look at it, Owensboro, third in the third region media poll for a reason. They're a really talented team. That's about as good of a defensive team as you're going to find right now, especially with at the top when you've got Lyrica Hughes, who is a pesky defender. I mean, really, every single player that has come in today for Owensboro is pesky. That's I think a good way to describe a defender, and it's a good compliment to be a pesky defender. Coming up on our halftime show, run down the scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, and we'll get you ready for half number 2. Getting your score at the half, Owensboro 37, Grayson 7. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution. Let's put millions of solutions in the ground together.
Is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where Grayson trails Owensboro in girls basketball 37-7. Try to see if we can't run down a quick score or two from around the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And the King of the Bluegrass, it's Great Crossing on top of Lyon County, 56-40. 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go in that game. E-Town in, I believe this is girls basketball, defeats Fort Knox 82-34. Lady Cougars will see that Fort Knox team in a couple of weeks. In fact, nope, correction, that was boys basketball. 82-34 was the final score of that game. Maybe they played earlier and I saw a girls score coming in from that one. In boys basketball, Hancock County defeats Graves County 61-42. That is a final. LaRue County upsets George Rogers Clark tonight in the King of the Bluegrass 72-71. The defending state champs go down. And John Hardin in girls basketball defeats Letcher County tonight 66-56. Butler County a winner against Union County 80-65. Grayson County trails this one 37-7. We'll run down the scoring for the first half of play after this. This is K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.com.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where it is Owensboro on top of Grayson in girls action 37-7. Running down the, the scoring for the first half of play for Owensboro is Carly Page. She led the way with 12 points. Lyrica Hughes had 7. 6 from Malia Mormon, 5 from Lindsey Gibson. 2 apiece for Keely Harris, Kasia Palmer, and Alicia Phillips, and 1 for Chandler Worth. For Grayson County, 2 points each for Perkins, Van Meter, Narvaez, and Bradley Renfro rounded out the scoring with 1 point. Again, your score at the half, it is Owensboro on top of Grayson 37-7. The second half of action from Owensboro comes up next. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Remember.
Honor.
Teach.
$50 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
And the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro, and it's Owensboro to start the ball with the second half of play. They're on top 37-7. Sam Gormley with you is now working from right to left on your radio dial as it's Hughes who passes into the near corner. An early three is up and in by Lindsey Gibson. She's got 8 points. It's 40-7. Owensboro on top of Grayson County. It has been the 3-point defense and transition offense for just getting the ball up the court for Grayson that has been the biggest struggle against this strong Owensboro defense. Van Meter on the left side, out front to Riggs, who didn't play much of the first half with 3 fouls. She drives downhill and is fouled, and free throws should come for Arissa Riggs. I didn't catch who the foul was on for Owensboro, but it was somebody's third. And free throws will come here for Arissa Riggs. She's a 94% free throw shooter this season, and the first one is no good. 7:16 left here in the third quarter of play. Is that foul since it was a second foul, I think might have been on Harris. Riggs misses the second one, and it's 40-7. Owensboro, they hang on to the lead here with 7:08 to play in the third quarter. 3 near side. Short, rebounded by Hughes. She taps it off on the interior. Back outside now to Carly Page, who had the big first half. Page with 12 points to lead all scorers. Page has it on the right wing. Catch and shoot 3. Steps into it. 3 no good. Rebound tapped off into the hands of Riggs, who immediately looks to push for Grayson. Riggs, bounce pass in transition behind to Perkins, who flips it up and in on the right side. Sydney Perkins got 4 points. 40-9, Owensboro on top of Grayson. Hughes on the left side. Bounce pass off to the right wing to Page, over into the far corner. On the interior, Hughes tries to roll it on the inside. It was kicked. I thought it was. Official right there on top of it to say that it was kicked. 6:30 left here in quarter number 3, 40-19. Grayson trails Owensboro. They pass into the near corner. Gibson 3 up short. Rebounded on the floor by Van Meter. Van Meter has the ball poked out from behind into the hands of Worth, though, for Owensboro. Hughes lowers her shoulder, stripped, and jump ball is called. Van Meter took it away, but the jump ball is going to give Grayson the basketball no matter what. 6:19 left in quarter number 3. It's 40-19. Owensboro on top. Be into Van Meter. Into the middle to Riggs. It's just been man-to-man tight defense for Owensboro. Into the far corner to Perkins. Perkins off in between the circles with a pass to Renfro. And in the near corner to Green. Green back out front now to Van Meter. 6 minutes left here in quarter number 3. Van Meter on the right side. Backs it off. Gets a screen from Renfro. Van Meter spins it into the corner. Riggs almost got it out of bounds. Van Meter a little slow to get up. She appears to be okay. Down the right side, Riggs throws the shot up. It is an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Is smart play by Palmer for Owensboro just to watch that one as it went out of bounds. 5:40 left in the third quarter. Owensboro on top of Grayson County, 40-9. 5:30 left here in this third quarter. Worth at the free throw line, drives down, flips it up, right side, can't get the layup to go. She gets her own rebound and puts it in. Chandler Worth's got 3 points. She entered this game averaging just over 5. As one of the top athletes at this Owensboro school, she's also the goalkeeper. Renfro, jump pass into the near corner. Perkins, 3 is up off the back of the iron, misses it. Renfro gains the rebound, throws it back into Van Meter. What a play by Renfro on the far side of the floor. Van Meter looking for help, finds it off to the right side to Riggs. Riggs drives downhill, down the right side, flips it up, layup, right side, too much. Hughes gets it. Hughes, an outlet pass, down to Page, left side. She's fouled by Renfro. Hard foul by Briley Renfro. Carly Page will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. For Renfro, that'll be her second. Page is 4 of 6 from the free throw line in this game. It is in, out, and in. It's been the story of the game for Owensboro. Seems like Owensboro, and again, I'm not by no means saying that it is anything. I mean, it's 43-9, but it seems like a bunch of those have gone Owensboro's way, and a bunch of them have not gone Grayson's way. Page makes both free throws. That one, there was no doubt about it. It went in. 4:52 left in quarter number 3. It's 44-9. Owensboro on top of Grayson. Riggs passes off to the far side to Van Meter, who fires a pass to Renfro, who walks with it on the right wing. Wasn't sure if the foul came before the walk. It did not. It was a bang-bang play. Official right there on top of it. 4:35 left in the third quarter. Owensboro on top of Grayson, 44-9. Out front, Page pulls up, free throw line jumper, nothing but nets. For Page, she's got 16 points. Owensboro leads Grayson. Off into the middle. We are in a running clock situation now actually we're 1 point away from a running clock situation. Van Meter kicks it off to Green, 18-foot jumper, right side, good! Nothing but net for Kennedy Green. Puts it in. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. 3 in transition by Gibson to answers, no good. Rebounded on the floor, back by Gibson. She'll hand it off to the free throw line. Back outside to Greer. Greer inside to Page. Page pulls up, 7-foot far side, basket good. Timeout on the floor. Taken here. 48-11. Owensboro leads Grayson. 3:47 to go in the third. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Grayson County trails Owensboro 48-11, 3:47 to go in the third quarter of play. There was a timeout taken on the floor. I believe that was whistled by Owensboro. They lead this one against Grayson County. As a reminder, we'll be with the Lady Cougars on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So they will be competing in the Caveland Classic. We'll be there with them, hopefully all 3 games. I'm hoping Mother Nature doesn't come back and give us some snow. I want to play every game that we can this year. I don't want any snow. I know that there are some people out there that like the snow. We're just going to have to agree to disagree because I don't want to have to deal with it. The only time I want it is if it's like a Friday and I don't have to be anywhere till Monday. And that doesn't usually happen in the middle of basketball season. On the inbounds, Riggs is double-teamed to the backcourt, needs to find some help, and she throws it up. Renfro runs down underneath, but up the near side of the floor. Bounce pass taken away by Hughes. Really good defense by Lyrica Hughes after Grayson County really did a great job trying to break the pressure. Into the near corner, Page thought about the 3. Gets it off to Gibson. Gibson drives in, floater with the right hand inside the free throw line, off the mark, and rebound is out of bounds off of Hughes. Sub into the game for Owensboro, 48-11. Couple of subs is looks like that's enough for Hughes and for Page. Renfro to trigger, into Van Meter. Van Meter trapped in the corner, trying to find help, and a foul called on Owensboro. We'll see who it's whistled on as there was a double teamed. I believe they're calling this on Harris. It is Harris. That is her second, team's second of the second half of play. Renfro gets it into the backcourt to Riggs. Riggs back to Renfro. Renfro angles back towards the middle at the logo, spins it around, trying to find some help. Gets it off to Riggs, off to the left wing to Van Meter, who backs it off in between the circles. 2:20 left in the third quarter. Right side Green, out front to Perkins. Thought about the three, had a hand in her face. Gets a screen, back into Riggs. Riggs drives near baseline, back towards the middle. Uses the backboard and puts it in on the right side. It's Riggs' first points of the game. 48-13. Owensboro still has the advantage against Grayson. Into the far corner, deep three by Gibson is good. Lindsey Gibson hits in her third three of the game. She's got 11 points. The threes have been falling for the Lady Devils in this one. Renfro, an outlet pass to Riggs, who runs down underneath, but crosses it to Perkins. Three, far side, good! Perkins hits in the three, her first of the game, to answer the three on the other end by Owensboro. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Greer, bounce pass out front to Harris. Harris down the left side, fires a pass on the interior, double teamed, and a foul whistled on the interior. I believe they're going to call this on Van Meter. It is on Sutton Van Meter. Be her second, team's second. At the line will be Kasia Palmer. She's 1 of 4 from the free throw line this season. And you can make that 2 of 5. She makes the first free throw. Ella Narvaez and Isabel Blanson into the game for Grayson. And checking out will be Green and Renfro. Second free throw is, I was going to say, I think it's, did we call lane violation? Yes, it is a lane violation called against Keely Harris. No. Okay, yes, okay, that was the call. I thought that's what they called, and then first it looked like they were going to give another free throw to Owensboro, which, I mean, I noticed a lane violation. I couldn't pick up exactly who it was on. Officials were on top of it, though, to call it on Owensboro. Into the middle to Blanton, who bobbles the pass back to Riggs. Riggs fires off into the near side to Van Meter. Van Meter drives down, reach in, foul. Shot is good. Are they going to wave the shot off or not? They are going to wave the is the shot good or not? Yes, they are going to count the basket. I don't think the official knew it went in. So Van Meter, I believe, is just going to have one free throw coming. That's the one downside from us being on the opposite side of the scores table. It's tough for us to tell. She makes it, and she does. So that's a three-point play for Sutton Van Meter. She's got 5 points. 52-19. Grayson starting to get some offense moving here in this second half of play. Bounce pass off to the left wing. Mormon, three up, and they can't leave her an inch because she'll make you pay. And Mormon puts in the three. 30-second timeout taken on the floor. Called by Brian Jones or Elena Jones, one of the Joneses, on the bench for Grayson County. Again, if you just joined us, Lady Cougars are without their head coach tonight, Todd Johnston. He's under the weather. Hopeful that he'll be back for the 3 games of the Caveland Classic on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Fingers crossed, because that means that he'll be feeling better from what I've heard. What he has, you don't want if you're watching with us. And if he's able to watch, that'd probably be a good sign that he's hopefully feeling a little bit better. If not, Coach, if you go back and rewatch this, we're pulling for you, and nothing against Coach Brian Jones, but we'd rather talk to you on Wednesday. 55-19 is the Owensboro lead, 44.5 seconds left. I thought I saw a symbol that it was a 30-second timeout, but this is feeling more like a minute. At this point, I'm not sure how much it really matters. I thought I saw the official put it on the shoulders. And the way that it was called to from the official, I thought it was called by Owensboro, but they changed it on the scoreboard saying it was a Grayson County timeout. Lady Cougars will have it with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 2-3 zone for Owensboro. Perkins has the pass knocked away and taken away by Greer. Greer backs it off, Handoff pass, transition three, in and out. Rebounded on the inside and stripped away by Perkins for Grayson with 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Blanton up the near side, trying to create some space. Finds it back to Riggs. Crosses it to Van Meter, off the left wing to Perkins, to Narvaez, to Riggs, inside, outside. Riggs gets the roll from 10 feet on the right side. Riggs gets it to roll in. 5 seconds to go here in the quarter. Right up the middle, three at the buzzer, and a foul is going to be called at the buzzer. 55-21, 3 free throws will come. Three free throws coming for Keely Harris out of this timeout. Riggs picks up the foul. It is her fourth. And the free throw will come. The first one is good. We'll tell you what she does with the last two after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
To 21, Harris, the free throw shooter, made 2 of 3 to end that quarter after being fouled with no time on the clock. Out of this timeout. And to start the quarter, we're going to have Blanton, Perkins, Riggs, Narvaez, Van Meter on the floor for the Lady Cougars. Out there for Owensboro, you'll have Mormon, Harris, Gibson, Greer, and Hogg. It'll be Owensboro basketball to start this fourth quarter of play. 57-21, they lead Grayson. Greer on the right side. Lady Cougars kicking up the defensive pressure. Off to Mormon, left wing three is good. Mormon hits the three, her third three of the game. The threes are flying for the Lady Devils tonight. They are on top 60-21. Van Meter at the half-court line, passes off into the far corner to Narvaez. No-look pass to Blanton, who gets a screen from Narvaez. Blanton thought about the left wing three. Back to Perkins on the left side. Perkins backs it off. She loses the ball, and it's taken away. Harris down the right side, back towards the middle, runs right over Van Meter, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Keely Harris. That is her third and the team's third. I think we have an Owensboro parent that is not happy with that call at all. And I think one of the officials just kind of gave her the look of, it's 60-21. Why are we complaining about officiating? Off to the right side, Perkins, floater in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Owensboro. I think this game's been called pretty well. I mean, sure, officials are human. Do they make every call? Absolutely not. Three near side by Gibson, no good. Rebounded on the inside by Grayson County. But it's just like, I mean, I'm sure it's your job. You mess up something. I mean, gosh, our director tonight has messed up about 14 things. Off to the left side, into the corner, left wing three, good! Blanton puts it in. I kid. Cole Snyder has done a C+ job. 60-24, 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Pass off to the far side, taken away by Perkins for Grayson County. Perkins right up the middle. She drives down the hill, down the right side, tries to cross the pass, but it's out of bounds, knocked out by Mormon. 6 minutes left in counting here in the fourth quarter. Interesting, Hughes going to come back into the game here for Owensboro, along with Wilkins and Worth. I thought we'd seen the last of Hughes with Owensboro with the 60-24 lead. Perkins to trigger in, Bounce pass into the far corner to Van Meter. Left wing Riggs. Riggs guarded by Hughes. Riggs down the left side, kicks it off into the far corner. A three is up by Van Meter. It's no good. Hughes just took the rebound right away from her teammate Wilkins. Wilkins only had 2 rebounds on the year. I'm sure when they go back and watch film, she's going to say, hey, let me get that one. 3 far side is in by Wilkins. Well, I guess she'll say, you know what, I'll just take the 3 instead. Wilkins was 0 of 3 from 3 prior to that point. Left wing Blanton, she'll pull up a transition 3. The bank is not open. Rebounded by Green. She tried to fire a pass. It was knocked out and almost hit Brian Jones. He was looking at his bench and almost got hit in the chest with that ball. Subs into the game for Grayson. We've got Lexi Logston, Narvaez, Lucy Torrance, Peyton Bowman, and Bree Jones into the game. So it's a full platoon substitution. And 5 seconds, or is it a timeout? It's a timeout taken by Brian Jones. 4:42 to go, 63-24. We'll take it with him. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where it is 63-24. Grayson County trails Owensboro. Give a shout out to our hardworking crew today, Cole Snyder and Trey Cook. In fact, we'll have a little bit more about Cole Snyder later on in this game. If we get another timeout, we might break a little news. Not sure. In the far corner, Bowman will get it on the inbounds. Back to Jones. Jones looking for help as she drives far baseline. She's triple teamed, finds Bowman. Bowman out front to Logston. Logston off to the right side to Torrance. Torrance on the interior was trying to get it to Bowman. It's taken away by Hogg. 4:20 left in the fourth quarter of play. It's 63-24. 3 left side by Mormon is long, but rebounded on the inside. Shot's no good, and it's blocked out of bounds by Grayson. 4:10 to go in the fourth quarter. 63-24 is the Grayson County deficit. New players into the game for Owensboro. You'll have Keeley Harris in for Hughes. I believe Trinity Hogg is the other new player into the game, along with Alicia Phillips. 3 right side is an air ball. Saved in bounds by Phillips. Phillips spins it around. Off balance, shot no good. Hogg gets the rebound. She throws up a shot, no good. Rebounded again by Owensboro on the inside. Out front 3, way off to the left. This time the Lady Cougs are going to get the rebound. It was Narvaez who gets it up to the near side to Logston. In the middle to Jones. Jones picks up her dribble at the left elbow. Passes off to Bowman. 3 left side. Just a little bit too long. Rebounded on the inside by Phillips for Owensboro. Peyton Bowman. She was going to have her first career 3 there. It was a good look. Falling down in the near corner. And are we going to have a foul called on Grayson? I believe we are. It is called on Logston. It's her first, team's 4th. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 63-24, Owensboro on top of Grayson. Passes on the inside to Phillips. Phillips on Jones. Nice spin move. Too hard on the layup. And the rebound is tapped off into the hands of Harris. Off to the left wing. And 3 seconds in the lane is called on Owensboro. Called on Trinity Hogg. You don't see that called every time, that often. It's a good call, though, by the official on the inside. 2:35 to play in the fourth quarter. I mentioned Cole Snyder's name and him. You'll be able to actually hear some calls from Cole Snyder coming up after Christmas. A little tease for you is him and another crew member, Chase Blaine, will be teaming up as one of the play-by-play crews for the Owensboro Health Holiday Classic that Grayson County High School is going to host after Christmas, because we're going to be doing all 12 games through across those 3 days. Right side, Jones drives in, Euro step, handoff to Narvaez over to the far corner. Bowman, 3 left side, good. Peyton Bowman, first career 3 on the left wing for the 7th grader. 63-27, under 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. You'll be able to hear Cole Snyder, Chase Blaine on some of the games. We're bringing in some extra help as well, along with yours truly. which obviously, as there's a pass out to the near corner off the hand of Mormon, obviously everyone wants to tune in to listen to yours truly. Pat myself on the back there. Now I'm sure most people are more excited to hear what Chase and Colt have to bring you. Addison Spain-Howard comes into the game for Grayson County in place of Lexi Longston. Spain-Howard had her first career points against Hart County last week off of a free throw. 63-27, minute 20 to go in the fourth quarter. Jones weaves through, passes off to Spain-Howard. Right wing three, just a little bit short from the 8th grader Addison Spain-Howard. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Owensboro on top, 63-27. Passes off to the left wing to Harris. Three up left side. The bank is open for Keely Harris. She puts in the three. 1 minute to go. 66-27. Passes down to the right block to Torrance. Out front to Jones. Three up, just a little bit short. On the inside, Phillips gets the loose ball. Taps it off to Harris. 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of play. Out front, Mormon. Mormon crosses it, far side. Wilkins lets the three fly. It's short. Loose ball into the hands of Bowman for Grayson. An outlet pass is going to be a timeout. And I think it's just a substitution timeout as Brian Jones going to check Hannah Smith and Jordan Perkins into the game. Of course, those are two of the players on the 7th grade GRVC champions. Lady Cougars won that as Perkins has it on the left wing. The younger sister of Sydney Perkins. Out front, ball tipped. Spain-Howard's going to run it down, though, in the backcourt. Off to Bowman. Bowman out front to Spain-Howard. Spain-Howard off to the left wing to Perkins. Perkins out front to Bowman. Bowman off to the right side. Spain-Howard. She'll let the three fly. Good! Spain-Howard, her first career three, puts it in for Grayson County. 5 seconds to go, and Owensboro is just going to let the clock run out. Your final score tonight, the Lady Devils defeat Grayson County 66-30. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Lady Cougars fall tonight to Owensboro 66-30. We'll come back. Fifth quarter shows next on K105.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Oh boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels, connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together we are GC Connected.
And by Scotty's. And now the fifth quarter show on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where the Lady Cougars fall tonight to the Lady Devils by a final score of 66-30. We're getting ready to jump into the fifth quarter show. As coming up on our fifth quarter show, we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to assistant coach Brian Jones, or maybe Elena Jones. I'm not sure which one might be coming up. We'll talk to one of them. We will run down the scoring from this game and the scores from around the region. Again, your final score is Grayson County falling to Owensboro by the final score of 66-30. Come back, have more after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels, connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping.
On K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro, where Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 66-30. As coming up, we will have hopefully a talk with the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach tonight, head coach Brian Jones. While we're waiting on that, we'll try to see if we can't find a quick score or two from around the region. Warren Central leads North Oldham in the King of the Bluegrass 13-11. Towards the end of the first quarter of that game. See what else we can't find. Great Crossing did end up being Lyon County 69-61. I know Hancock County and Boys was the winner over Graves County earlier on today. E-Town defeated Fort Knox as well, 82-34. Those are most of the scores that we have. Doing a check through of your scoring from the game of this. I don't see any more really coming in, other than scores that are from Eastern Kentucky. And I'm not sure that many people, at least tuned in right now, care much about Raceland and Paris. But you know what? I'm going to bring it because it's right there in front of me. And now that I've mentioned it, I feel like I have to give Raceland defeating Paris in boys basketball 77-73 tonight a shout-out. I don't know why, but apparently, too, the Raceland's going to play Russell tomorrow. I'm sure you'll want to be locked in tomorrow night, especially because tomorrow you want to be locked in with us as the Cougar boys will take on Warren East, 1:30. You'll be able to hear that game right here on K105 and also watch it via K105 Digital Productions. Take a break. Hopefully talk to the assistant coach of the Grayson County Lady Cougars, Brian Jones, after this. Get your final score. Owensboro defeats Grayson 66-30. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And
Welcome back here to Owensboro. Grayson County falls tonight by a final score of 66-30. Lady Cougars still in the locker room right now, trying to wrap up some of the last-second conversations, I'm sure, trying to get ready because they got 3 games the remainder of this week, as well as we'll be with them all 3 games. Hopefully Mother Nature holds on. Again, to kind of look at your schedule for the remainder of this week. Tomorrow, the Cougar boys will be facing Warren East. We'll have the coverage of that game. Start at 1:30 will be the tip-off of that. So we'll have the coverage right here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions, probably about 10 after 1, an early afternoon on a Tuesday. Exactly what you want to be doing when you're at work. Make sure you listen in with us. Lady Cougars at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, because, again, what's a little Wednesday morning without some Lady Cougar basketball action? I'm going to like it. They face a good Metcalfe County team at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. At 11 a.m. on Thursday, the Lady Cougars will face Paris. Not the capital of France. It's Paris, Kentucky. They're just on the other side of Lexington. Good nickname, too. Elite high school nickname. I look over at my director, Cole Snyder. Do you know the nickname for Paris High School? He's thinking. He does not. The Greyhounds. So the Lady Hounds. I like it. It's we got plenty of Cougars. Metcalfe County's the Hornets. Tomorrow, Cougar boys face the Raiders of Warren East. We've got plenty of those. I don't have a lot of Greyhounds, though. I like that. It's something different, and I like different. And then the Lady Cougars on Friday will wrap up, hopefully, the Caveland Classic with a game against, they will face Greene County. That game, though, will be at 2 o'clock, and that will be on K105 Digital Productions as well. We'll talk to Assistant Coach Brian Jones after this. This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Remember.
Honor. Teach.
Your $15 sponsorship goes to placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Owensboro High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars fall to the Lady Devils 66-30. I'm joined now by assistant coach Brian Jones. And coach, for one, I didn't realize the chair was as low as it was. It makes me, I didn't realize I was
elementary school seat.
When our director Cole sat in it earlier, he was complaining about it, but I thought he was just complaining to complain. But no, that chair actually really is low. I feel very awkward sitting so high above you.
I'm getting an echo.
You're getting an echo?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. I'll turn that down. How's that sound?
That's better.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I have to listen to this entire time. Final score tonight was 66-30. I mean, listen, that's a really good team out there for Owensboro, and I'm not sure that you'll find many more teams that are as good defensively. They're just tough.
They are. They're very good defensively. They do a good job in their run and jump, and we didn't handle the run and jump really well. I mean, there was at times that we were kind of just running with two girls on us, and then we get to a sideline and we pick it up and we're in a trap situation, and then we're in really bad shape. So we didn't handle that really good, but at times we did. I mean, we'd make a pass, get a wide open look, and that's kind of what I was telling the girls there at the end is, there's some flashes of some really, really good things of, moving the ball to an open three or we probably missed 6 layups tonight, some basically uncontested layups and things like that. So we show that at times we can do it. We're just not having enough consistency with it. But no, they're extremely athletic. They're big, they're strong, they're aggressive, and when you've got those kind of kids and you run and jump like that, you're able to expose some people's weaknesses, and that was kind of the situation tonight. We don't handle those big, strong, physical, aggressive teams real well. It gets us sped up, and then our decision-making lacks, and we made a few passes where it almost looked like we were throwing it right to their girl because we were rushing things instead of staying poised and having some patience and understanding that I've got 12 seconds with the ball. 4 standing there, 4 dribbling it, and then 4 picking it up again. I mean, I've got an eternity to kind of make that right decision. And sometimes we just rush things, and so they are extremely good defensively, but we didn't help anything either.
Hughes tonight, really, I thought, in fact, kind of tying Hughes in, I thought for the most part you left some open threes, but I thought really because most of Owensboro's points, especially when they got their big lead, was in transition.
Yep.
I thought really your half-court defense for the most part tonight was pretty good.
Yeah, and that was one of our goals on our scouting report was to make sure that we did a nice job on transition defense, and we didn't. They do a really, really good job of when a shot goes in the air, somebody's running out. And they may play a man down for a second if they don't come up with a rebound, but she jumps out of the gym, and so she goes and gets it, takes 2 or 3 dribbles, and then she's moving it the length of the floor with a pass, and it's an easy layup. And so their transition, we saw it on film that their transition is just really, really good because, again, she's super strong. She can make that straight line pass 3/4 the length of the floor.
It's like a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. If she's not the best player in the region, I'd like to see the girl who is. That's just a well-rounded. I know there's some really good scorers and some good shooters and things like that, but she can score. She's averaging 16 a night going into tonight, and I thought we did a pretty good job on her offensively. She only had 7. But then we turn around and let 2, who's averaging 10, score 18. So, it was maybe we overemphasized Hughes. I don't know. But their transition offense is really, really good because, like I said, they just get girls that when a shot goes up, they're turning and running, and she throws it out there and they go get it. So it was tough. It was exactly what we wanted to start the game. I mean, they probably 0 for their first 7 or 8 shots, and we just weren't able to kind of get down on the other end and capitalize on that because we were really hoping for them to have a little struggle shooting the ball, and to start the game they did. Now I think they finally got into a groove as the game went on, but had we been able to go down and score, maybe things are a little bit different. Maybe they're the ones that are a little frazzled and a little like, oh my goodness, I don't know, and maybe things go a little different for us. But again, we get down there, we get sped up, we turn the ball over, we get in a trap, and different things like that. But the effort out of the girls is just absolutely superb. And that's what I told them afterwards. It's not a lack of effort. And honestly, I think, and what I told them is that I think we've got to get more out of our young girls in practice, making our varsity girls uncomfortable. But being a 7th grader going up against a sophomore, junior, senior, you're a little probably timid to kind of really get all up on that girl defensively. But that's what they need. And that's kind of what we talked about after the game is we got to start making each other uncomfortable and not get our feelings hurt about it. We've got to simulate something like that in practice. And we'll all get better. We'll be better defensively. We'll be better offensively. We'll handle pressure better. But I think right now we've got a really good group of nice girls that don't want to make anybody mad. And then when we get in a game where somebody turns the heat up, we got big eyes and we're a little shocked and that that exists. And so we really need to get more out of our young girls in practice. Kind of just making those aggressive, physical as they can be, because they're obviously going to be undersized in some situations against our varsity girls, so that when they get in a game they can handle these things a little bit better. Because at times they can make those passes and we can get down the floor in 1 or 2 dribbles and we get our own open looks. We missed way too many of them tonight, especially the layups. But, we made some backdoor cuts and some bounce passes along the baseline that got us, wide open layups, and we missed, I think, 3 of those. So, we just got to keep working, keep improving. It don't get any easier this week. The 3 teams we got at the Cave Land going into the night, I think all only had 1 loss apiece. So, we just got to keep trying to work, keep trying to get better, and the most important thing is to be our best come district tournament time, and so that we have an opportunity to move on. So that's my 2 cents.
That was kind of you kind of were leading into my next question there over these next, well, I guess not these next 3 days, I guess. Hopefully you'll play 3 games this week and Mother Nature will allow for it. I know Friday's kind of up in the air and all of that. I think you're feeling pretty good that without a doubt you're going to be playing, knock on wood, Metcalf on Wednesday, who I know you saw in the summer, who's really good.
Yep.
And then Paris, a team that I'm sure, in fact, I can guarantee that nobody on your team knows their nickname, probably doesn't know where it is, which is a good thing. I'm not even sure if you knew your nickname. Cole Snyder, our director, didn't know it. I like that. It's fun. How do you take tonight, move on, because you got 3 games against tough teams the rest of the week?
Well, I think we've got to continue to as we still are experiencing some self-inflicted situations, that where we put ourselves in bad predicaments and do some things. So I think we got to continue to improve upon our own game, our own team game. We're running 2 across there. Our inbounder is supposed to shoot middle. For the whole first half, we didn't get that. Now, granted, the whole first 8 games that we've played, Sutton's been our inbounder, and we've just recently made that change, and so we haven't really worked that a lot where she's on the elbow and somebody else is inbounding, and for them to know to shoot middle. And so that's probably on me and Coach A for not discussing that with the girls pre-game, because we knew we were going to get run and jump, and we knew we were going to go 2 across, and that's something that we left out. Is that girl's got to go middle, and then the opposite girl's the reversal and things. So there's things for us to continue to improve upon in our own team ball that's not being necessarily caused by them, other than them just playing strong, aggressive, physical, high-pressure defense. So, I think tomorrow we get back to work on continuing to work on our shot and work on our pressure, presso, and then, we've got to we've got to rebound a little bit better. In 13 tonight, our 1-3-1, we weren't in the passing lanes near enough, and we allowed a lot of straight line passes, which led to 3-pointers for them. And early they weren't hitting those, but later they started hitting those, and it all was because we're 2 feet away from where we should be in a passing lane, so the pass has got to go over top of us. We're a little sagged inside. We allow a straight line bounce pass or a straight line chest pass. We can't recover and get contest the shot. It's an uncontested 3, and they started hitting those. I don't know how many they hit, but it was far too many because we're just a little out of position. So, there's things, again, for us to go back to work on ourselves and what we want to do offensively, defensively, that can fix some of these situations. Does it mean we beat Owensboro? I don't know. Maybe not, but it means that they're not going to beat us by 36. maybe it's a 10-point game because we're in the proper position. We're contesting shots. We're rebounding a little bit better. We handle the press. We don't turn it over 20 times, and we get our own looks. We've got to finish better at the rim when we get there and those kind of things. And all those things result in them scoring a little bit less, us scoring a little bit more, and this game being a little bit more competitive.
Coach, nothing personal towards you, but I hope we get Todd back on Wednesday. That means he's feeling better.
He probably doesn't talk nearly as much, but I hope he's back too. I'd much rather sit down over there and just give him some suggestions, but all in all, we want him healthy, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And he's got way more experience and knowledge than me and Coach A will ever have, and we need him on the bench.
We look forward to it. We'll see you on Wednesday. That's head coach Brian Jones. We'll have more coming up after this. Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
That'll wrap up our coverage tonight. Running down the scoring really quick, it was Page who led the way with Owensboro with 18, 12 for Mormon, 11 for Gibson. For Grayson, it was Perkins who led the way with 7, 5 for Van Meter, 4 for Riggs. Grayson County falls 66-30. That'll wrap up our coverage. We'll see you tomorrow as the Cougar boys will take on Warren East at 1:30. So until then, for our K105 Digital Productions crew, Cole Snyder and Trey Cook, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.